My name is Engineer Bello Ibrahim, PM System Operation, KANO. This part of electricity is the utilization of the available power within the grid to prevent the bottlenecks of the system. Power system comprises of the generation, the transmission, and the distribution. So it's obvious in Nigeria the grid generation, the power generation is not adequate. This leads to various allocations within the regions. For instance, in KANO, the available allocation we are receiving, that is what we share among the substations we have within the KANO region, in conjunction with the DISCOs, our partners in power industry, with DISCOs. So DISCOs used to do nomination, used to do allocation based on feeders band. Based on the feeders band, that is how the dispatch is going on. In KANO operation region, we have 66 category kV feeders. We also supply 132 kV international line, that is Gazawa 132 kV line. The coverage area of those 33 kV feeders are in KANO State, the Jigawa State, and Katsina State. We also supply part of Azare and Nguru, that is in Yobe State. The interface between the jumpers and the transmission are the national control centers, while the interface between the DISCOs and the transmission is the transmission stations. And thank God we have a good working relationship with them. In power industries, without one, for instance, without jumpers, the transmission and the distribution cannot work. Likewise, without transmission, the jumpers and the DISCOs cannot work. The same thing applies if there is no DISCOs, then the transmission and the jumpers will not work. So you have to come to achieve the same goal so that we move the industry forward. Yeah, it's obvious this power system a fault can occur in the power system. It can be natural, it can be a man-made. So in any way, there is a role engineers has to play. For instance, man-made fault can be due to negligence of maybe a maintenance man. So some of the faults that can be occurred within the system can be prevented by regular inspection, by regular maintenance, by regular upgrading also can be achieved. You can prevent such faults by all those methods. If you leave your equipment, no thorough inspection, no proper maintenance, any fault can bound to happen. So By doing this, you can prevent the faults that can be occurred within the power industry. For instance, if it is raining, during this rainy season, some of the equipment that needs to be operated at the switchyard, you cannot operate them because of the weather condition. And another problem we are encountering is the low voltage here in KANO. That KANO being one of the transmission region at far end, at tail end, we have single 330 kV line that comes from Kaduna. So, and there's no any generating station nearby to compensate us with the low voltage. So that is one of the difficulties we are experiencing in KANO, being a load center, industrial center, but with only one 330 kV line. So this leads to low voltage we are experiencing. Then some of our transformers, we cannot tap change them due to some certain reasons of faults. So those are most of the challenges we are experiencing within the system. Also, being KANO is one of the load center, the allocation given to KANO also is another challenge. The discos will demand for more, while what you are receiving will not be adequate to supply the discos. This also, if you turn to the generation, the whole generation, we have been battling from 300 to 400 to 500, from 3,000 to 4,000 to 5,000. We have been battling. And you know the generation is not adequate, and these industries, the industry has to be, the share formula of the generation has to be followed. So what KANO region is going to receive will not be adequate. So you will be battling with the discos to supply. Discos will need you to supply them where they will get more revenue. And those areas are purely the industrial areas, while the challenges is also within those feeders that are normally on residential feeders. So those are the challenges we are facing.